Greetings, Mr. Rogues here with yet another tier list. Last time I ranked all versions of the Joker, and this time I'm gonna rank all versions of my favorite Batman villain, Harvey Dent aka Two-Face, yes. All adaptations of Two-Face, nothing from the comics. This tier was made by good old Pufferfish. Puffer yet again, he actually made this tier specifically for this video. So thank you very much for that, Puffer. You're a real lifesaver, and we have all of the versions of Two-Face included here outside of the comics. We made sure of that. Not including minor tiny cameos. And I have customized the rankings yet again. Here we have at the top Duke of Duality, the very greatest Two-Faces. And we have great faces, good faces, okay faces, and finally poop faces. No who category here because I know who they all are. I mean, it's Two-Face. I keep check on everything he's appeared in, of course. Let's just get right into it, shall we? Here we have Billy Dee Williams from '89. Well, where can you really put him? He didn't appear much. He never got to play Two-Face, of course, only to count a Lego movie and a tiny cameo where he has like one line or something. Yeah, where can I put him? I'm gonna put him in okay faces. Where else can I put him? He didn't do much, we never got him as Two-Face, had a very small role, but there was potential there. Arkham City Two-Face, or just Arkham Games Two-Face. Another wasted opportunity. That was a pretty good Two-Face they had going on there, but they did nothing with him. He was just a minor character, so I'm gonna have to put him in okay faces too. Ha ha! Tommy Lee Jones from Batman Forever. Of course, Duke of Duality is the greatest. I'm just kidding. Feel like why not put him in poop faces, but I don't know. I don't hate him as much as I used to for some reason. Okay faces. Oh, I mean, he has some good things going on for him. Some good things. Here we have Beware Batman Harvey Dent, who became Two-Face at the very end, but then the show got cancelled and we never actually got to see him as a supervillain. And I haven't seen much of that show. I have seen a few episodes. I think I've only seen one episode with Harvey Dent. But I know he's portrayed as a real douchebag on that show, which is the opposite of what you should do. I mean, Two-Face should not be a bad guy before he becomes Two-Face. That's the worst thing you can do with the character. I'm gonna have to put you in poop faces. You're a poopy face. Brave and the Bold Two-Face from the Brave and the Bold cartoon. That's a really good one, but I'm gonna have to put him in great faces because he didn't appear that much. He had one episode dedicated to him and then made some smaller appearances. Dark Knight Returns Two-Face from the animated movie based on the comic. Yeah, I mean, that's an okay Two-Face, not a fantastic one, and the movie was, you know, just that, like it was in the comics. Wasn't really an improvement, but wasn't worse either. Good faces, yeah, good faces. Aaron Eckhart from The Dark Knight, yeah. Oh man, Aaron Eckhart from The Dark Knight, yeah. Could have been so amazing, but it was a pretty big waste. Pretty big waste of the character. I'm gonna have to put him in good faces though. I mean, yeah, I feel he belongs there. That is a Lego Two-Face, specifically from the Lego movie Batman Family Matters, where Two-Face is actually the main villain. One of few movies where Two-Face is the main villain. I like that Two-Face. I've only seen the movie once. Yeah, great faces. If you haven't seen that movie, Batman Family Matters, a Lego animated movie, released a couple of years ago, watch it. If you're a Two-Face fan, I think you'll enjoy it. That's Harvey Dent from Gotham by Gaslight, the animated movie based on the old comic. He was a douche too, but somehow I kinda liked him anyway. He was kinda, I don't know, he was kinda charming, a charming douche, and I liked the fact he had a pencil mustache. So for some reason it kinda worked, so I'm gonna have to put him in good faces. Of course, we never actually saw him as Two-Face, he was just Harvey Dent. Another one who was never Two-Face, so many of them. From Gotham, what was his name again, this actor? An Italian name, I can't really remember. He had a lot of potential, the actor was great, did a good job, and wow, he really had the look for Harvey Dent. I mean, he looks like straight off the page. I'm gonna have to put him in okay faces though, since we never saw much of him and he never became Two-Face. I mean, that is just the biggest crime against Two-Face. I think that we didn't get him on that show because they had such a good thing going there with this guy, and then they didn't do anything with it. What's wrong with you weirdos? And I don't buy any of your damn excuses. Oh, we can't have Two-Face become, Two-Face already existing before Batman. Well, he did all the other villains before Batman. That's the dumbest excuse ever. Here we have Two-Face from Harley Quinn, the animated series, which you cannot deny is a pretty bad Two-Face. They took his name literally and made him Two-Faced, a fake phony who you can't trust and betrays everybody, even before he became a villain. Another one who was a douchebag before he became Two-Face, but I still like him somehow. I don't know why. I still kinda like him, and even though his design is kinda bad too. It's the poor man's animated series Two-Face. But, I mean, I like the fact that he's a pretty big villain in Season 2. I thought it was pretty memorable too. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I hate to do it, but I'm gonna have to put him in Good Faces. Yeah, I know, as crazy as it is. Ooh, here we have Justice League Action Two-Face, which honestly is gonna be our first Duke of Duality, even though he only appeared in one episode, but that episode really is great, and it's a great Two-Face. I mean, if you're gonna do a comedic Two-Face, yeah, I'm flipping my coin again, all of you whiny wimps who can't stand me flipping a coin. I'm not gonna do it much. If you're gonna do a comedic Two-Face, that's the way to do it. Play up his split personality, have his two personalities argue with each other in a comedic fashion. That show did that to perfection. The best funny Two-Face I've ever seen. A genuinely hilarious Two-Face. Wish we'd seen more of him and not just one episode. Here we have just a Lego Two-Face from the Lego games. I mean, I haven't played him that much, but what I've seen of it and the little I have played, I mean, he's fine. I mean, he doesn't really do much, but he's fine. Good faces, I guess. Long Halloween Two-Face from the animated movies. I liked him in the movie, but for some reason I found him kinda dull, like I did with most of the characters from those two movies. I don't really know why. I mean, I should have enjoyed him more than I did. He was definitely better than he was in the comics. They actually built up his descent into madness, which they did not do in the comic whatsoever. So, yeah, okay, Good Faces. I mean, he is good. I don't know why I find him kinda dull, like I do with all the other ones in those two movies too. I don't know what it is. Batman Ninja Two-Face, that animated movie, didn't finish it. Hardly saw anything of Two-Face in it. Well, I guess I should have had a Who category anyway, since can't really judge this guy since I never really saw anything of him. Well, I guess I'm gonna put him in okay faces then. Ooh, the king of them all, the best one. Nothing can beat him. Animated series Two-Face. The very first adaptation of Two-Face, unless you count Billy D. Williams. And it's still the best one. For some reason, they haven't been able to top it. Telltale Two-Face. He was a bit disappointing. People built him up to be the most amazing Two-Face ever. And when I finally got around to playing the game, I found him a bit disappointing. Maybe he'd been hyped up too much. He was not on the level of animated series Two-Face, as so many claimed. I mean, he was still good. And I really love the fact that he was a major character and a big villain in the game. And he got a big fight there when he invaded Wayne Manor. That was awesome. That was the greatest moment for Two-Face ever in a video game. But there were things I just didn't like the coin and the split personality came completely out of nowhere. It felt like his main motivation for becoming a villain was because Bruce and Selina were two-timing behind his back. Felt a bit weak and kinda out of nowhere, but I do like what they did with him as a villain. Good Faces then. Good Faces it is. Kinda wanted to put him in Great Faces, but I just have too many issues with him. Oh, here we have the Two-Face from the animated Batman vs. Ninja Mutant Turtles movie, where he has a small role as essentially just a henchman of the Joker. He's of course transformed into an animal like all of the villains are, a two-headed cat in his case, and he's just still, I mean, nothing changes. He's still just a guy with guns. He doesn't change in any way like the others do. They get powers and stuff. But he's just the dude with guns, but with two cat heads. He was awful, and he was just... And they just kind of humiliated him. They just threw him out a window, literally, and I guess he died. He was the worst villain in that movie. Poop faces it is for you. Awful, awful. Oh, here we have another great one. William Shatner Two-Face from Batman vs. Two-Face, the animated movie based on the classic 60s Batman TV show. A what-if scenario, what if Two-Face appeared on that show? And of course, he gets the top spot here. Duke of Duality. That's a great Two-Face. Really love that take on him. I don't really mind the science fiction-y spin they made on him at all. I think it's a nice change of pace. The best movie Two-Face, without a doubt. And yeah, there you have it. Those are my rankings of all the different versions of Two-Face outside of the comics. Let me know what you think of my rankings. And of course, as usual, I've left a link to this tier maker down in the description so you can rank these versions of Two-Face yourself. And also let me know if you want to see me rank other Batman villains like this. And of course, as always, remember Arkham Asylum awaits you in the next video.